So there are a few primary differences here between the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, which is the UNHCR, and the United Nations Relief and Works Association, or something like that, which is UNRWA. UNRWA was established first in 1949 under the United Nations General Assembly, 302 or something like that, while the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or the UNHCR, was established in 1951 under uh, the Refugee Commission, or the Refugee Convention. There were primary differences here, though, and I think the first one was um, that anybody who resided in Israel between which was the British Mandate of Palestine prior, between 1946 and 1948, even if they didn't fear persecution, they still um, qualify for refugee status. So even people, for example, who are living in Israel, they could still qualify if they weren't absorbed into the country. Even if they live still in the country, they just moved to another place within the country, they still qualify to receive refugee status. While under the UNHCR, you only qualify to receive refugee status according to the definition of what is a refugee: somebody who is fleeing persecution and fear persecution in the country, so they won't return to that country because they don't believe in the state's ability to actually be able to protect them. But that's not hereditary, because after you find relief in a third country, after the first generation, you're no longer considered a refugee. You're absorbed into that society. But with Palestinians, wherever you look, in Lebanon and Syria and Jordan and other places, they're living in refugee camps. And part of the reason why they're living in these camps is because there's an idea that has been, that the Arab countries have been trying to keep alive in their minds, that one day they'll be able to return to, to the state that they fled from, or that they were exiled from, which doesn't happen with anybody else. I just believe that the Arab countries didn't want to absorb them into their countries, into their societies. And so as a result of that, they maintain this refugee status, which is kind of like second class citizenship, if that even.